I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our homies.
What's up, everybody? I am Jay Ciano from Sabre, and today on At Home with Our Homies, we have my dear friend Katia Pryce, the dancing queen from DanceBody. Let's get it, Katia. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. It's amazing for me to be on Instagram Live and not be dancing. I'm hardly ever sitting down on Instagram Live, so I appreciate this opportunity.
See, it's like, by the way, I mean, half the time I turn on my Instagram or open my Instagram, I see you dancing. And by the way, that keeps me like motivated to continue getting after it while, you know, a lot of folks are just kind of falling off into the abyss here as time goes on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard to do.
For sure. I mean, listen, Katia, I always respect your hustle, man. It's like,
Same.
Thank you. And it's infectious though. I gotta be honest. Like today I did not want to get out of bed, and I did not want to work out, and I did not want to do anything.
No.
And it's people like you that like are constantly just, you know, getting after it and keeping their communities alive in this, you know, crazy time.
Yeah.
It's thank you.
But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing. Obviously, you've been streaming for a while.
Yeah, what's amazing is we actually started with DanceBody at home in 2016, really right after Peloton launched. I'm not saying we're Peloton. We're not Peloton. But like really right around the same time that companies were like, oh, digital, there's something here. We were actually right at the helm of that. I've always been someone who is like, yeah, let's do the newest, bestest thing, and let's expand our community in any way. How? I never know how to do this, by the way. I'm not a person. I don't know anything about these things, but I find really smart people. I'm like, okay, you, make this happen. And, you know, teamwork makes the dream work, as you know. So we actually relaunched our app in January to be DanceBody Live. And the reason that we did that was because we have a roster of we have like 30 classes a day when our studios were open. We have 2 of our studios were built up for streaming. So it seemed like a great idea. All right, while these live classes are going on, why would we produce them with bad music? Let's just live stream the actual classes. That's what people actually want, right? People want boutique fitness in their home in that moment. So we started that with live classes. That's why we launched DanceBody Live. Now, we don't have live classes, right? We're closed down completely at the moment. So what we decided to do, and we do have on-demand, we have on-demand videos, but you know, it's a limited bank. You can only produce so much. In lieu of having the live classes, me and Courtney, our COO, who is amazing, phenomenal.
She's a rock star, man. You're super lucky. Rock star.
She's family, she's blood at this point, and she is DanceBody. I call her my boss. Like she is, do you see my dog?
Love that. Adorable.
She's always here.
Adorable.
But yeah, Courtney and I made the really tough decision to be like, all right, we're essential. We are essential to this business at this time. Sole owners in this company. We need to make sure that the live keeps going. Live was such a huge centerpiece of our digital streaming. No way in hell we were going to let our users go without that. And we have tried to pivot that a little bit to be with the times, because we didn't launch live post-corona. We launched live pre-corona. So we were just thinking, all right, live class is great. We don't have live classes. So now me and Courtney are literally going to the studio, walking there every single day to produce some live content for people, as opposed to like going live on Instagram, which, you know, granted, it's great, but not a penny does that make. You know, it's marketing.
Sure. Yeah, completely. And it's noisy, right? Oh, adorable. It's noisy. I mean, like everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
And it's like everywhere you turn, there's an option. And I think it's a very smart move for you, because you're all about your community, right? And you guys you're a lifestyle. You're beyond like just the boutique fitness concept. You guys are a lifestyle.
We have a team. Yeah.
You do. And you know, I'm sure that everybody wants to just support the cause as much as possible too.
People have been amazing. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed. I mean, listen, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you understand, like our community has so rallied around
Amazing.
what has happened. I mean, I'm sure people have reached out to you just like they've reached out to us. We have a GoFundMe page. We have all these things. People have just been incredible with donating, with giving us their kind words. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, remember, you know, the guys on the subway, they're like, even a smile will do. Like,
yeah.
Not comparing the same situations at all. Don't get it twisted. But like really, even just getting, you know, affirmations, getting those messages, it really does keep you going.
It does. But, you know, listen, Katia, I mean, there's not, you're a, all, it's the passion behind, you know, you and what you do and what you have. And honestly, from the photos you posted of yourself as a kid dancing, like, you know, people don't realize like what it takes to be, you know, successful and at the top of your game. And, you know, you've been at it your whole life, honestly. So it's really amazing. And again, like, you know, before we jump into the questions here, I you know, hats off to you, man. You've been putting a smile on and grinding your face off, you know, the entire time. And it's not easy for anybody. And, you know, I just keep up the great work, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely. To you. What's that?
Same to you. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah. You know, you just have no other option, right?
Pivot.
You know?
You got to be a dancer, baby. You got to pivot.
I love that. Facts. All right, cool. Let's jump in here and have some fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your current favorite go-to song on your workout playlist?
Okay. I have a couple.
I'm sure you do. That's perfect here.
More than a couple. How long is the show?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's funny that because for us, like, I can have favorites, but they have to be live approved because of our music licensing. So I can only play certain songs that are my favorites on our
That's right.
But, you know, TikTok has been a real thing. Now, I've been tiki-talking since I was a kid. Like, TikTok is like new. It's not new. I've been doing this for a long time. It's so crazy. But I have to say, like, the songs that trend on there really get me going. And like,
really,
you know, dancers, it really pumps me up. So like, I love Something New by Tyga is great.
Yep.
That's a really good one. 2C Slide, my man Drake, coming out.
Oh yeah.
You know, coming out was great stuff.
Love that.
I mean, true. Savage, Megan Thee Stallion, hello.
Oh
like,
yeah, she's extra.
So extra. And all her songs are disgusting and nasty. And I gotta tell you, as a woman and a feminist, like, it's about damn time. Like, we're always like, is this too nasty? I'm like, do you understand how many rap songs we have played that are absolutely disgusting and misogynist and not great to women? We finally have a female rapper, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, giving me the goods. I don't care how nasty it is. If you don't like it, you don't like me.
And it fires you up. It's in good fun. You know what I mean? It just gets you going, man.
Totally.
And, you know, by the way, shout out Lil' Kim for really starting that.
Lil' Kim was on my playlist in the very beginning. Oh.
Lil' Kim, like, she was as raunchy as you could possibly be. And this is like a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What was your first job?
My first job, my actual first job, was sitting in an insurance agency and pretending to be a secretary. But instead, I read poetry, wrote in my journal, and slept on top of the desk. And my mom was really concerned that I wasn't going to be a good worker. I was a late bloomer when it came to work. I didn't really want to work, but once I started, I loved it. Like, I was a shoe salesperson at Aldo Shoes.
Oh, really?
Shoes at Aldo.
Yep.
Shout out to Aldo.
By the way, I feel the same. Like, when would you say that transition happened? How old were you when you went from like just getting by and collecting your check to like, oh shit, let me turn this thing on here?
You know, what's amazing is once my parents really enabled me to be a really good worker. I'm blue collar to the core. Okay, I grew up in Detroit. Everyone works in Detroit. I didn't even understand people that didn't work until I moved to New York City, right? Everyone grinds, everyone works. But I wasn't like the 12-year, I wasn't like the Mark Cuban story of like, I was 12 and I was delivering newspapers. Like, I wasn't like that. I was very fanciful, I was very creative, but I didn't, in terms of the work grind, that really kicked off for me. I have to say, you know, once my parents were like, you know, you're on your own. That's it. You're paying for your apartment. You are funding your life. I was like, oh, I just flipped a switch. Whoa. So I was always a very hard creative. I always danced really hard. I sang. I was always busy. But in terms of actually making money and becoming a grinder in that way, I was a little more of a late bloomer. But once I dug in, it was game over. Once I realized that I was in charge of my own destiny, and my parents, I give them a lot of credit for enabling that in me. Once I was in charge of my destiny and they set me out to sail, there was no failure to launch. Like, I just was like, we're done.
Yeah, no, the same thing happened to me. That's why I was interested in learning more about it, because I, you know, through high school and even college, I couldn't give a shit, honestly. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, I realized that, you know, if I wanted anything, and kudos to well, it was a different circumstance because I lost my mother, and it kind of happened as a result of that.
Wow.
But yeah, it was like a light switch for me, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, you know, what do I do now, right? And
Right.
that's why I'm in the office right now, as opposed to at home still in bed.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Next question. Which of your 5 senses are the strongest?
Visual.
Visual.
Absolutely, hands down. If you were a dancer, I am a visual learner. That's how I take in everything. Like I couldn't do without that.
Yeah.
You know, being a dancer, that's how you learn. That's how you perceive.
Totally. That makes complete sense.
That's why Instagram is my is my medium.
For sure. As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Michael Jackson. That's an easy one.
Dude, me too. This is
why we get along, Jason.
I know. I'm like, wow, spirit animal. This is bananas. Who's your least favorite celebrity?
You know, I'm not big on any celebrity.
Who rubs you the wrong way right now? Is there anybody that you're like, ugh, stop?
I don't follow a lot of celebrities, to be honest with you.
Yeah, fair.
I've never been like cut from that cloth.
So let's do a pass.
I do a pass. I'm really rubbed the wrong way by people who are, this is going to sound really messed up, but like masturbatory, just like putting on things for their own self-gratification. Like that really rubs me the wrong way. Like, what's your message? Who are you? What's your ethos? What's your brand? What do you believe in? Like, it's one thing to do one thirst post. I'm a big fan of a thirst post, but when every post is a thirst post, I'm just like, what do you stand for? Who are you? Why do you do what you do? Like, cause I know what drives me. And I think you and I are the same in this. When I have a purpose behind my passion, I assume everyone does. And when I see that people don't, it really is tough for me to be like, why do you have all these eyes on you? I don't actually understand it.
Totally. But do you think that this pandemic will be like, people will be less forgiving of that shit and looking up to these empty souls, essentially? I mean,
and I have to say, like, Gen Z is actually really pushing this forward. Like, I employ a lot of millennials, Gen Z, like the younger generation, and they, first of all, keep me very young and very much keep me on top of my game. So I have a really nice advisory board of like people in their 60s, 70s to like people in their like teens and 20s. And I love having that around me just because it gives me such perspective around everything. But Gen Z is really an interesting generation because they will not subscribe to you, put money in you, unless they understand what your purpose is. They really want to know, what is your mission? What is your thing? And I really respect that about that generation a lot.
I do too. And I'm actually fortunate, and my, Saber is by design the same way. And which enables us to have an interesting pulse on what's going on. And it keeps me young. I feel the same way. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You're at a cafe. What do you order?
I always will get an almond milk cappuccino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to do less dairy, but like I'm a cheese girl, I'm a yoga girl. So when I get my coffee, I try to go like the almond milk, and I love it. So I'm at a cafe. I'm absolutely getting a croissant or a muffin. Yeah. So like carbs, you ain't scared. No, dude, when you dance like you can eat carbs all day. Come on. Not necessarily. It just for me, I've always been, listen, I've gone through my stuff. Eating disorders, the whole thing, right? But I was raised meat and potatoes. I'm Midwest. Like, I eat chips every single day. I eat chocolate every single day. I don't restrict. I used to do that a lot, trust. And it's a mind game more than anything. It's very much mind over matter. And when you're overthinking what you're eating, I've noticed for me, for my mindset, I cannot do that. Some people love that. Some people that really jives for them. For me, can't do it. I eat and drink it all. I have very few restrictions. My only restriction is when my stomach doesn't feel good, I'm not going to go there. And that's really it. So when you say listen to your gut, that's a whole other level. Yeah, no, for sure. And then I'm just curious, do you connect with your community? You're trying to help people be happy, right? It's not just fitness. I mean, right? No, it's actually not about fitness at all. Right. So what is it about, and how do you help these people become better versions of themselves? My mission at the core is just to get people to a joyful place, intuitively, organically, to like make this feel really good. Because if this feels really good, everything else is going to be colored differently. And at the core of what I do, I've always said fitness is the storefront. Fitness is not what we're selling here. I'm selling an experience. I'm selling a feeling. We're selling a behavior. We're selling a community. Like, it is very, very, very different. And to be a part of this, like, you would have to, it's a like attracts like scenario, right? You'd have to jive with how we look at life. Because, I'm not someone who gets up and every day is rosy. I'm not going to go to bed with lavender oil. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give it to you real, or I'm not going to give it to you at all. And I think the people that connect with that, the people that want true authenticity, will find a brand that actually is putting that out there, as opposed to the beautiful storefront. Here are 15 ab moves. Like, yes, we all love ab moves, but forget that. Forget that. You know, like, it's a feeling. And if you do the work every single day, like you and I both know, being entrepreneurs and being like the humans that we are, it all falls into place. The second I stop thinking about my abs look better. The second I stop thinking about my body in a negative, guilt-ridden way as a female, everything felt different.
Yo, that's so powerful. It's so true. It's so powerful, and it rings through with what you do. And that's why, like, honestly, sky's the limit for you, because when you're just, again, when you're real, and you're there to actually add value to people and help them with no expectations in return. That's my definition of success.
Truly. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Danny. My team's all on here.
Yeah, man, as they should be, well, listen, we're long past the 10-minute mark here, so we end typically with a tour of your refrigerator and your pantry of what's were you not aware of that? Let's go, kiddo.
Let's do it. Here, I'm gonna take you off here. First of all, I want you to see what's going on here.
Adorable. I almost feel bad making a move now for you to get up.
No, this is actually perfect timing. You're actually gonna love what's going on here. Hang on, let me show you this. This is like
show the world.
First of all, let's just start with like my to-do list. Like, these are like hobbies that I wish I could get to, like my amazing like cross stitch. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe one day I'll do that.
Oh yeah, I'll have some tequila and cross stitch tonight.
This definitely happens. This happens at all during all my conference
What
calls.
Is that?
What? Oh, you're a boy. I forgot.
What is that?
You know, some of us are missing Botox, and I'll be real with it. I miss it. You know,
yeah.
Like this is like a rose quartz roller, and even if it doesn't do what it says it's gonna do, it feels so good. It just kind of
really.
wakes up.
Yeah. Listen, I'm down. That whatever works, right?
I'm telling you. So this is just always happening. These are hobbies that I wish I could get to. In my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get there, but then I don't. Please look at what's going on over here.
Dude, you have cornhole. So, like, are you guys rocking like cornhole tournaments, or is that not allowed yet?
So I typically have a couple glasses of wine and just go on Wayfair, see these lights, see this like like this is all like, this is like what this is gonna transform into at a certain point.
Man.
You know,
honestly. I love it. You're planning out like the most amazing balcony in New York City.
I'm trying. It's all about hope, Jason.
You know what though? Listen, I love the creativity. That's the bottom line.
Oh, I appreciate that. These are this is like, like next to like the TV that obviously happens, I have all my inspiring books, and I just kind of leave them out because like maybe hopefully I'll read a page, because I'm not reading more than a page. I never finish a book. I just kind of skim it through and then look at chapters, and in that way I get more done, but like I'm never gonna finish it. So cornhole that's not been used. I'm just like waiting for that to get together.
It's gonna happen.
So what's going on here? I started to buy basil because I was like, hey, I could grow things if I really wanted to. Like, one kind of died, so I just bought another one. That's how that works.
Listen, it's way better than trying to nurse it back to life. Just get another.
Oh, completely. I'll tell you what, that really works. All right. So, oh man, I honestly, I'm telling you right now, I don't know what's in here. I don't.
All right. Well, let's see. Then we're going to learn a lot.
Let's get real.
I see Kim Crawford.
This is a staple.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Refrigerator. Miraval, Kim Crawford.
I mean, listen, you have good taste in wine.
I appreciate that. I certainly think it's the best. I made this. This is my chicken parm meatballs. Like I said, I eat dairy. I don't not eat dairy. I can't not eat dairy.
Chicken parm meatballs sounds fabulous, by the way. So
well, you know, us single working girls now have to start cooking. That's a thing. I never did that before.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Bulletproof coffee.
Are you a big Bulletproof fan? Do you drink Bulletproof frequently? Is that like a staple, or is that? I go
to the grocery store and hope that I'll be a person who drinks something like this. I honestly haven't even tried it yet. So
yeah. I mean, people swear by it, but I haven't really gotten into it.
My friends at Bears Fruit Kombucha, they're pretty awesome. I usually use those as mixers.
Cool. That's a great idea.
It is a great idea. And actually, this brand, Splash, they just sent me all these like clean mixers.
What is that, mojito?
Yeah, I'm having a happy hour at Friday.
Amazing.
5:30. Is that today? No, today's Thursday.
No, it's tomorrow.
So
I kind of wish it was today, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Basically every day is. So, okay,
That's
if you want
true.
to see my real, like, okay, so that's like pretty
Yeah,
balanced,
yeah.
pretty
By the
healthy.
way, that's you know, I was expecting a nightmare in there
Yeah,
the
but
way you
check
described
this
it.
out.
Dude, that's the magic draw right there.
Listen, I said chocolate every day. I got to stock up. I need to have chocolate.
Yeah, that is amazing. I've seen a lot of refrigerators on At Home with our homies, and that is like the best thing I've seen in a refrigerator. You won. I don't have to do another episode.
See, I'm competitive, Jason. All I wanted was to win the surprise refrigerator tour.
You did. Congratulations, Katia. We're done. You won.
Jason, you are awesome. I love that you're doing this. You're still like the amazing pivots and quick steps that we're all doing right now. Like amazing amounts of respect to you and your team. Like David Fowler, I want to give a shout out.
Shout out to
Advisors,
Fowler,
I want to
man.
give a shout out. Like you guys have been awesome and you've really been bolstering up the fitness industry right now. And it's, listen, we all know it's never going to look the same, but it's people like you that are going to continue to bring us hope and bring us to visibility. Like I just so appreciate you guys. You guys have really been champions of us in the small little boutique fitness industry. Is the little engine that could, and we all are feeling that right now. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. That means a lot. And you know what? Again, it's the passion that I have for what I do, and doing it with folks like you makes it fun, right? That's what it's about. It's all about, you know, really like-minded people that are, again, working together to make the world a better place.
It's really that simple.
It's that simple.
Awesome.
I wish more people were like that, Katia.
You know, me too, but I feel like they will be. You know, crisis changes people. It really does.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
You know, I think when you're locked in, I call it the GGG, the God-given gift.
Oh, nice. I like that.
When you lock into your GGG and you know what your God-given gift is, and you find a way to not only live it, but capitalize on it. Why not? Or live on it. Like whatever you need to do to lock into that GGG. Once people do that and they're using their real talents to live by, it's truly couldn't be better than that. Everyone should live that.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And we'll end on that note because that's probably something that everybody could take a little bit of and put into their life today and hopefully have a brighter future on the other side of this stuff. So keep up the great work, Katia. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, Jason. You're awesome. You're the best.
Awesome. I'll see you later. Be well.
I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our homies.